boogity. They go boogity, boogity.
1974. You remember it, don't you? Nixon resigned. Gas lines stretched for blocks. And somewhere between all that chaos, the radio was playing songs that, for one brief, shining moment, were everywhere. Then, nothing. Here's a question for you. How many songs can you name from 1974? Really stop and think about it. You probably remember The Way We Were and Seasons in the Sun. But what about the others? The ones that climbed the charts, took over your car radio for a month, and then just vanished into thin air? Today we're counting down 15 one-hit wonders from 1974 that time completely forgot. Stick around for number 1. It hit the top 5, sold 1 million copies, and I guarantee you haven't thought about it in 50 years.
Learned of love and ABC, skinned our hearts and skinned our knees.
Before we dive in, try to remember what you were doing in 1974. Were you in college? Starting a family? Or working your first real job? Whatever it was, these songs were the soundtrack. Let's see how many you actually remember. Number 15, Beach Baby by The First Class. Let's start with one that actually sounds like it should have been huge. Beach Baby by The First Class hit number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the summer of '74. It had everything. That California surf sound, sunny harmonies, a chorus you couldn't get out of your head. Remember those Beach Boys style vocals? Do you remember back in old LA? Well, apparently nobody did, because The First Class disappeared faster than bell-bottoms at a disco. Beach baby, there on the sand from July to the... Here's the weird part. The lead singer was actually John Carter, who wrote Incense and Peppermints for Strawberry Alarm Clock back in the 60s. So he knew how to write a hit. But Beach Baby was it. One summer, one song, and then silence.
I never thought that it would end.
Did you have this on a 45? Did you play it at beach parties? Or has it been buried so deep in your memory that you'd forgotten it even existed? Number 14, Wildflower by Skylark.
She's faced the hardest times you could imagine.
Oh, this one. If you were anywhere near a radio in early 1974, you heard Wildflower. That gentle, dreamy melody, those soft vocals. It peaked at number 9 and felt like a warm breeze on a spring afternoon.
And when her youthful world was about to fall in.
Skylark was a Canadian band, and Wildflower was their moment. It was perfect for slow dancing, perfect for those quiet nights when you just wanted something beautiful on the stereo. The whole song felt like a whisper.
Let the rain fall down upon her.
But after Wildflower faded from the charts, so did Skylark. They tried a few more singles, but nothing came close. And honestly, can you name another Skylark song? Didn't think so.
Be careful how you touch her, for she'll awaken.
Ow. Here's a question. When's the last time you thought about this song? Because I bet when I mentioned the title, it all came flooding back, didn't it? Number 13, The Night Chicago Died by Paper Lace.
When the town of Chicago died.
Now we're getting into the dramatic ones. The Night Chicago Died was pure storytelling. Gangsters, shootouts, a son waiting to hear if his cop father survived. It shot all the way to number 1 in the summer of '74.
The heat of a summer night.
Paper Lace was a British band trying to sound American, singing about Chicago like they'd been there their whole lives. And you know what? We bought it. The whole country bought it.
When a man named Al Capone tried to make that town his own.
But here's the thing. Paper Lace had another hit that same year with Billy Don't Be a Hero.
Billy, don't be a hero.
So technically they weren't a one-hit wonder, except nobody remembers them for anything. 2 hits, same year, same band, completely forgotten.
I heard her pray the night Chicago died.
Do you remember singing along to this in the car? Did you picture that shootout in your head? Because we all did. Number 12, Sundown by Gordon Lightfoot.
I can see her lying back in a satin dress.
Wait, you're thinking, Gordon Lightfoot isn't a one-hit wonder, and you'd be right, sort of. But be honest, can you name another Gordon Lightfoot song that hit the top 10? Sundown went to number 1 in June 1974. That dark, brooding guitar. Lightfoot's gravelly voice warning about a woman who comes stealing like a thief in the night. It was sexy, mysterious, and completely different from everything else on the radio.
Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round.
Lightfoot had a long career, sure. He's a legend in Canada. But in terms of massive American pop hits, Sundown was it.
Sometimes I think it's a sin when I feel like I'm winning, when I'm losing.
He had other songs, beautiful songs, but they didn't burn into the national consciousness like this one did. Think back. What, were you a little bit afraid of the woman in this song? Did you wonder who she was? We all did. Number 11, Billy Don't Be a Hero by Bo Donaldson and the Haywoods.
From where I stood, I saw she was crying.
Speaking of Paper Lace, yeah, they recorded this one too in the UK. But in America, it was Bo Donaldson and the Haywoods who took it to number 1 in May 1974.
Billy, don't be a hero, don't be a fool.
Another story song, young soldier going off to war, his girl begging him not to be a hero. Spoiler alert, Billy becomes a hero. Billy dies. We all cried into our AM radios.
Come back and make me your wife.
It was manipulation, sure, pure emotional manipulation, but it worked. In 1974, with Vietnam still fresh in everyone's minds, this song hit different. It hit hard. Bo Donaldson and the Haywoods never had another hit, not even close. But for a few weeks in 1974, they owned the airwaves with a story about a soldier who didn't come home. Did you know someone named Billy? Did this song make you think of them? Be honest. Number 10, Spiders and Snakes by Jim Stafford.
I don't like spiders and snakes, and that ain't what it takes.
Finally, something fun. Jim Stafford's Spiders and Snakes peaked at number 3 in early 1974. And if you were a kid that year, you probably sang this at the top of your lungs.
And that ain't what it takes to love me.
I don't like spiders and snakes, and that ain't what it takes to love me. It was goofy, it was catchy, it was the kind of novelty song that made you smile every time it came on.
I don't like spiders and snakes and frogs, and that ain't what it takes.
Jim Stafford was funny. He was a comedian who could play guitar. He had a variety show for a hot minute. But Spiders and Snakes? That was the one. He never came close to that level of success again.
Time I call up when I got a dime, I say hello, baby.
Quick question, can you still sing the chorus? Because I bet you can. That's the power of a great one-hit wonder. 50 years later, and it's still stuck in there. Number 9, Hooked on a Feeling by Blue Swede.
I can't stop this feeling.
Okay. Technically, this became famous again in the 90s thanks to Reservoir Dogs and then Guardians of the Galaxy. But in 1974, this was Blue Swede's one and only moment.
Hooked on a feeling.
Ooga chaka, ooga ooga, ooga chaka. You know it. We all know it. It went to number 1 in April 1974, and it was impossible to escape. That weird chanting intro, the driving beat, B.J. Thomas's original lyrics turned into something completely different.
Hooked on a feeling.
Blue Swede was a Swedish rock band, and they took a 1968 song and made it their own. For a few months, they were everywhere. Then they were nowhere.
Girl, you got me thirsty for another.
But here's the thing. Did you know it was Blue Swede back then? Or did you just think it was a song? Because most of us had no idea who was actually singing it. Number 8, Rock the Boat by the Hughes Corporation.
So I'd like to know when you got the notion.
Summer of '74. Disco was just starting to bubble up, and then came Rock the Boat. Smooth, groovy, absolutely perfect for dancing.
Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat, don't tip the boat over.
The Hughes Corporation took this to number 1 in July, and for a moment, they were disco royalty. That funky bass line, those slick vocals, the whole vibe that made you want to move.
There's always been a quiet place to harbor you and me.
But disco was about to explode, and the Hughes Corporation got left behind. Bigger acts came along, Donna Summer, the Bee Gees, KC, and the Sunshine Band, and suddenly, Rock the Boat was just another memory. Did you dance to this? At a wedding? A party? In your living room when nobody was watching? Come on, you can admit it. Number 7, Midnight at the Oasis by Maria Muldaur.
Heaven's holding a half moon.
If there was ever a song that captured a very specific vibe, it's this one. Midnight at the Oasis peaked at number 6 in the spring of '74, and it was sultry, jazzy, and completely unique.
Let's slip off to a sand dune real soon.
And then Maria Muldaur had that voice, warm, inviting, with just a hint of mischief. The whole song felt like an invitation to somewhere exotic, somewhere romantic, somewhere far away from 1974's Watergate hearings and gas shortages.
Come on till the evening ends.
But after Midnight at the Oasis, Maria Muldaur faded back into the jazz and folk circuits. She kept making music, good music, but nothing that captured the mainstream like this did.
He'll point down the way.
Close your eyes. Can you hear that slide guitar? Can you picture that Oasis? That's the magic right there. Number 6, Come and Get Your Love by Redbone. Here's one that got a second life thanks to Guardians of the Galaxy. But in 1974, Redbone was having their one big moment. Come and Get Your Love hit number 5 and brought a Native American rock band into the mainstream. That intro, Hey, was instant energy. The whole song was pure joy. Pure funk, pure invitation. It made you want to get up and move, made you want to sing along, made you feel good. Redbone had been around for a while, but this was their peak. And then, like so many others, they slipped back into the background. But here's what I want to know. Did you know Redbone was a Native American band? Because that was groundbreaking in 1974, and most people had no idea. Number 5, TSOP, The Sound of Philadelphia, by MFSB featuring the 3 Degrees. You might not remember the title, you might not remember who sang it, but you absolutely remember the song. TSOP was the theme to Soul Train, and it hit number 1 in April 1974. That lush orchestral funk, those soaring strings, the whole Philadelphia sound in one perfect instrumental track. Arians MFSB stood for Mother, Father, Sister, Brother, and they were the house band at Philadelphia International Records. This was their moment. The song was everywhere, on TV every week, on the radio constantly, at every party. But as a chart act, this was it. One instrumental, one number 1 hit, one moment of glory. Did you watch Soul Train? Did you try to dance like those kids on TV? Because we all did. Number 4, Angie Baby by Helen Reddy.
And when a young girl doesn't have any friends, that's a really nice place to go.
Helen Reddy wasn't a one-hit wonder. She had I Am Woman and Delta Dawn and others. But Angie Baby? This was her weirdest, darkest, most unforgettable moment.
Lovers appear in your room each night and they work.
It hit number 1 at the end of 1974, and it told the story of a strange girl who lived inside her radio fantasies. The song was creepy, haunting, and completely mesmerizing. What happened to that boy who went into her room? Did she trap him in the radio? Did he disappear into her mind? We never got answers, and that's what made it brilliant.
Up at her house is a neighbor boy with evil on his mind.
Do you remember trying to figure out what this song meant? Did it creep you out a little? It should have. Number 3, Cats in the Cradle by Harry Chapin.
My child arrived just the other day. He came to the world in the usual.
Now we're getting into the heavy ones. Cats in the Cradle peaked at number 1 in December 1974, and if you were a parent, or if you had a father who was never around, this song destroyed you. When you coming home, Dad? I don't know when.
When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when we'll get to.
Harry Chapin told a story we all knew. The dad who's too busy, the son who grows up, the reversal where the son becomes too busy for the father. It was a gut punch wrapped in a folk melody.
We'll get together then, son. You know we'll have a good time then.
Chapin had other songs, but nothing that hit like this. Nothing that made you want to call your dad or hug your kids like Cats in the Cradle did. Be honest. Oh, did this song make you cry? Did it make you think about your own life? Because it should have. That's what great songs do. Number 2, Seasons in the Sun by Terry Jacks.
Learned of love and ABC, skinned our hearts and skinned our knees.
Speaking of tearjerkers, here's the big one. Seasons in the Sun was #1 for 3 weeks in the spring of 1974, and it was basically a dying man's goodbye to everyone he loved. Goodbye, my friend. It's hard to die.
Goodbye, my friend, it's hard to die.
Terry Jacks took a French song, translated it, and created one of the most depressing hits of the decade. And we couldn't stop listening to it. We played it over and over, crying into our car radios, trying to process the sadness. Terry Jacks never had another hit, not even close.
Now that the spring is in the air.
But for a few weeks in 1974, he owned the country's emotions. Did you lose someone around this time? Did this song become their song? Because for a lot of people it did. #1, The Streak by Ray Stevens.
Here it comes, boogity, boogity, there you go, boogity, boogity.
And here we are, #1. The song that absolutely dominated the spring of 1974 hit #1 on the charts, sold over 1 million copies, and then completely disappeared from cultural memory.
Just as proud as he can be of his anatomy.
The Streak by Ray Stevens. Remember streaking? That bizarre fad where people ran naked through public places for absolutely no reason? It was everywhere in 1974. College campuses, sporting events, award shows, naked people running, and the rest of us losing our minds.
Boogity, boogity. A boogity, boogity.
He's just on the mood to run in the nude.
Ray Stevens wrote a novelty song about it. A reporter trying to interview people while a streaker runs by. Don't look, Ethel. It was silly. It was stupid. It was absolutely perfect for 1974, and it was massive. #1 for 3 weeks. 1 million copies sold. The song of the year.
Boogity, boogity.
He's just in the mood to ride in the nude.
But novelty songs don't last. They can't. Once the fad ended, the streak ended with it. Ray Stevens kept making music, but nothing touched this level of success. So here's my final question. Do you remember streaking? Did you see a streaker? Did you, and you can be honest here, ever streak yourself? Because 1974 was that kind of year. Weird, chaotic, unforgettable, and then completely forgotten. So there you have it. 15 one-hit wonders from 1974 that time forgot. Some of them you remembered. Some of them shocked you. And some of them you're probably already looking up on Spotify. Here's what I want to know. Which one hit you the hardest? Which one took you right back to 1974? Drop a comment and tell us your story. And if you lived through that year, if these songs were part of your life, hit that subscribe button. We're Decade Legends, and every week we dig up the music that shaped your life, even if you forgot it was there. Thanks for taking this trip down memory lane with us.